So task 15 is about manage project issues. Issues are what? When the risk is realized, it becomes issue. When it's issue, the risk management will not work. And the process of issue is whenever the issue is realized, we will enter into issue log, and then project manager will nominate one of the person as accountable to resolve that issue. That one person will resolve the issue and provide corrective preventive actions, and then those actions will be implemented by following the procedure of change control as it's required. And then those things will be going into the lesson learned register during the project, and once project is finished, those will be going to the lesson learned repository in the OPA, so it can be avoided to the next project or in the next project. So you need to recognize when a risk become an issue, when it is happening or when it has happened, then it will be the issue. Otherwise, if it is a strong possibility of happening, it will remain risk. Attack the issue with the optimal action to achieve project success. Optimal action means if their project is of 2 hours, you will not spend more than 2 hours to resolve the issue. So you need to find a balance that which resource will be helpful. Like one of you is more better in that specific field, so I will assign you instead of assigning a junior person. Or if the issue is minimal, or I need to train other users, so I will do the pairing of a junior and senior. So we can resolve the issue as fast, plus we can have the explicit, implicit, and tacit knowledge transferred from one to another, and we can create a community of practice also. Collaborate with relevant stakeholders on the approach to resolve issues, because when you will find out how this issue can be resolved, then you will not take the action directly. As I said, you will follow the change control procedure, you will follow the stakeholder engagement plan, you will see the governance structure who can approve what, and then you will work with them to fix or to apply those corrective actions, preventive actions for the future. So if you have this ideology, let's go and solve the question. During a steering review, the sponsor supports adding a new feature. After the meeting, the technical lead explains the feature could introduce architectural instability. Forget the question, please. Let's stop here. Feature could introduce architectural instability. When you read this, what comes in your mind? That if you're working in Agile, we run an iteration. And what we call that iteration? What we call that iteration, which we run to check this, to verify this. There is a name of that iteration, which were discussed in last few classes. Exactly. Which one of the spike? Architecture-based spike. We have risk-based spike and we have architecture-based spike. So now our database is loaded into mine to solve this particular question. And integration risk. What is the most appropriate next section? Inform the sponsor that the team has concerns about technical feasibility. Facilitate a structured impact analysis, including architectural risk assessment. Submit a preliminary change request to initiate governance review. Advise the team to pause related planning activities until clarity is obtained. What do you think will be the better answer? On the chat window, please. Your task as a project manager is to facilitate and follow the process and maintain the governance. And this is also the Scrum Master task. If you are a team lead, your task is to keep the governance going. Strictly let everyone follow the governance. So yes, facilitate is the better answer. Very good. Let's go next. In a hybrid project, the product owner reprioritizes backlog to include a stakeholder requested change. Procurement lead notes that vendor contract adjustment may be required, may be a risk. What is the most appropriate next section? Direct the agile team to delay implementation until contract terms are confirmed. Review contractual obligations and assess potential impact of reprioritization. Escalate the issue to sponsor to reconcile agile and procurement governance. Submit the change to the change control board for immediate evaluation. Immediate evaluation, surely. Evaluation will be done by the change control board or by the project manager. Evaluation will be done by the project manager, then submitted to the change control board. So this answer is out of the league. Escalate the issue to the sponsor to reconcile agile and procurement governance. This will never be your first step. Never be the first. Because you need to discuss those things internally. You cannot direct the team to delay implementation until contract terms are confirmed. So correct answer is review the obligations. Yes. You cannot directly direct. So do you read that in this hybrid project, product owner reprioritized backlog to include a stakeholder requested change? The procurement lead notes that vendor contract adjustment may be required. What is the most appropriate next action? Whose next action they are talking about? Project manager next action. When you answer this, what did you think? You are answering as a project manager, you are answering as a team lead, or you are answering as the full project manager? As a PM next action. Yes. Very good. Perfect. Yeah, B is the correct answer. Let's go next. A senior engineer introduces a performance optimization without approval. Wait. If you say this type of point, what should come into your mind? Don't go further. Please stop here. What should be the task you will be doing? Someone has done something without formal approval. What you will do as a project manager? This is my simple question. I'm not going in the real question which is written. I'm asking you what you will do for this. You will immediately create a change request to analyze. We do not analyze directly. We create change request to analyze because it has already happened. You will reassess or reanalyze what you're saying, evaluating. It will be done when it was a risk. It has already happened. You need to document it. To document it, you need to start it as a change request that what has happened because of this change. You cannot start evaluating by yourself. If imagine you are evaluating something, I come to what you are doing, I'm evaluating. What you are evaluating? This. Why you are evaluating? Who told you to do this? So there is a series of hierarchy, which means you didn't follow the process. Will initiate a change request, then start evaluating. Means you as a project manager will file the change request and evaluate it. Then based upon the impact, you will submit to the change control board or the relevant governance authority for approval. So please fix it in your mind so you don't repeat those mistakes what you just did on the chat. So a senior engineer introduces a change. First thing is you need to remind him about the team charter, ground rules. Second thing is submit the change request also. And also tell him that do not do these things without telling me. I'm not stopping you, but please let us know. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Explaining that the long-term operational cost will decrease. It was an honest mistake, right? If you read it, it was an honest thing. That guy was trying to help. the organization. He had no bad intentions also. The change slightly alters integration planning assumptions. Integration. And all those who work in integrations of different systems, they understand that minor alteration can even destroy the linkage between integrations. And if integration is broken, so other systems might not work. What is the most appropriate next section? Request that the engineer reverse the modification pending review, evaluate the full technical and baseline impact before determining disposition, inform the sponsor that scope governance has been bypassed, accept the improvement and update documentation accordingly. The time of request has already passed. So you will evaluate it and then you will go requesting it. Right now, the process is broken. We need to fix the process. Process was not followed. I need to follow the process, which I just explained. So please listen carefully when I'm explaining the process so you don't repeat those mistakes. Very good. Let's go to next. A previously identified risk occurs. The planned response uses contingency reserves. During execution of the response, additional downstream impact is discovered. During execution of the response, when you read this, what comes in your mind? Please answer this only. When you read this, what comes in your mind? I want you to answer this only, this one. Thank you very much, Sarah. Exactly, secondary risk. What is the most appropriate next section? Continue executing the response while documenting the expanded impact. Pause implementation and escalate to executive leadership. Initiate evaluation of the additional impact through formal change mechanisms. Adjust the schedule forecast to reflect emerging variance. So the correct answer is exactly. We will initiate the evaluation with the formal change control procedure. Very good. Perfect. Let's go next. A production defect affects customer experience. The team proposes a temporary workaround while investigating the long-term solution. Workarounds are funded by contingency reserve or management reserves. Workarounds are funded by what are the workarounds? Can you tell me what are the workarounds? Unplanned risk responses. Unplanned risk responses. You are doing some actions which were not planned or not identified. When it was unplanned risk, can you use contingency reserves? So now what you learn that you must not answer the things like this. If you will make these type of mistakes, surely you will go for the difficult status of your exam, which is fail. So the team proposes a temporary workaround. Workarounds are unplanned risk responses when it was not planned, so they will be covered by the management reserve. What is the most appropriate action? Implement workaround and begin a structured root cause analysis in parallel. Implement workaround and initiate formal root cause analysis in parallel. Halt system until permanent solution is implemented. Escalate to sponsor before applying workaround. There is nothing called as formal root analysis. It is called as structured root analysis. So please remove those ambiguities from your mind. Structured root cause analysis. There is nothing called as formal root cause analysis. So yes, A is correct answer. So your answer was correct, but you need to look at the wording also. Next, an executive frequently approves changes verbally. Is it correct behavior? What you will do if it is happening in front of you? I'm not going to read the question. I won't answer till here only. When you see this happening, executives never want to write anything, right? They want to go as verbal as possible. And this is their attitude. So what you will do? You will not tell them, sir, can you please write a change request? They will throw you out also. So you will ask, you will do the work for them and you will go to them, can you please sign it? Right? You will make the change request and you will go them, sir, I have prepared it. Can you please just sign it? This is what you need. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to verify and taking the approval. So this what I explain, it's a corrective action or it will act as a preventive action. Your boss always have a style like this. Exactly. It's a preventive action. So you don't want any problems occur later on or any scope creep happening or gold plating happening. A feature was discussed positively last week, but no formal record exists. It has to happen. The team is preparing iteration plan because executive said it. Confirm approval status against official meeting documentation. Include the feature provisionally while awaiting documentation. Seek immediate sponsor clarification to avoid delivery delay. Update the scope statement to reflect executive direction. You know it can be done only with the help of integrated change control. You will not go directly because it's internal thing. And you cannot do the gold plating. It's included, so it goes out of your head. So yes, correct answer is first, take the approval. Confirm approval status against official meeting documentation. So by doing this, what you are trying to have, you are trying to have the approval as well as approved acceptance criteria and definition of that. Very good. Let's go next. An issue was resolved through rework. The team wants to proceed without process changes. What is the most appropriate next step? Close the issue formally and move on. Conduct lesson learned. Increase documentation, reduce team autonomy. Exactly. We have to go through the lesson to help ourselves. Very good. Let's go next. A powerful stakeholder publicly criticizes project deliverables. The issue log shows their concerns were previously addressed, but not acknowledged. Means you are doing the thing, but you are not taking care that do they agree what you are doing, or you are just doing the things by yourself without thinking what you are doing. What is the most appropriate action? Confront the stakeholder publicly, engage the stakeholder privately, escalate behavior to executive leadership, document the criticism, and proceed. So, yes, better answer is we need to discuss the things privately, not publicly. Next, a critical issue emerges that threatens go live. The team has identified three potential solutions with varying cost and schedule impact. You have a trade-off, right? To resolve the issue, you need to have a trade-off. When you read this and imagine you are going to approve this, so what will be your schedule variance and cost variance? It has to be a positive value, negative value, or equals to 0. If this thing is going to be approved, what your SV and CV and CPI and SPI are telling you, so you can take this decision. You can do this trade-off. Answer this. I don't want answer of the question. Please listen what I am saying instead of jumping to the answer of the question. I didn't ask you the answer of the question. I'm asking you this. So please answer this. What it should be: positive, negative, 0, greater than 1, less than 1, equal to 1, what it should be. So you can do this. If this is your answer, then Mohammed, go and watch the video again for the earned value analysis. So you have to, all of you have to watch the video of earned value analysis. They have to be positive values and they have to be greater than 1. Then you can perform this. So what should the PM do first? Select the least expensive solution, evaluate options with key stakeholder, escalate immediately, choose the fastest solution to protect the schedule. So schedule variance and cost variance should be a positive value. CPI and SPI should be greater than 1. So yes, correct answer is B. Can you tell me what is this terminology? Choose the fastest solution to protect the schedule. What comes in your mind when you read this? You are trading off between time and cost. What comes in your mind? Schedule compression techniques, crashing or fast tracking. So if my CPI is greater than 1, then I will go with crashing. If it is less than 1, then I will, or equal to 1, then I will go with fast tracking. Perfect. Next question. An issue resolution requires a scope adjustment. The team proposes implementing the change immediately to avoid delay. What is the most appropriate action? Implement immediately to avoid schedule slip, escalate to portfolio management, reject solution to maintain baseline, process change through formal change control. Scope adjustment can be done by, or can only be done by, or should only be done by following the integrated change control. Very good. Perfect. That was the end of task 15. Thank you very much for being here.